We are now joined by Brendan Gaughan, driver of the number 62 South Point Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, a member of the round of 8 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series chase. You got through Charlotte, you got into this round of 8, then you had some cleanup duty at home, it looked like, as I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, the hurricane last week, my son's birthday was Tuesday, but the party was on Saturday. And so I was in quite a bit of trouble because I was not able to be home for the birthday party. And my wife reminded me quite often that it was my duty to make sure that it was time to clean. They were washable markers, just so you know. It was washable markers on the wall. They did not use, Sharpie. So, but I'm not going to say it's clean yet.
Good deal. We'll open the floor for questions. We'll start with Lee and then go to Kenny.
Hey there. Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. How cool is it that you and Elliott Sadler are in this round? Because, so many times throughout your career, you guys have heard, oh, the young guns this, the young guns that, but here it is, the more mature guys that have a lot of experience are, right there fighting till the end.
More mature, Lee. We're dancing around a lot of ways to call me and Elliott old. Understood. Thank you. No, Elliott and I at one point were young guns. We were those guys, and that was 20 years ago. So it's nice. We've killed the bell curve on the average age, but if you look at it with Blake Cook still being there, he's over 30. It's 3 guys over 30 and 5 guys under 30. But it's a lot of fun. Elliott and I both are having a good time with it. We both are still enjoying being competitive, and I know I'm very happy with what has been able to happen to me at RCR. And, I would not mind if one of these young kids had to wait one more year to make their name here. That wouldn't bother me. I would love to be able to ruin that for somebody because they have plenty of years left to continue making their name. So if we can do that, I'd be very, very happy.
Thanks, Kenny.
What did you guys learn in the first round?
One thing we learned was organizationally, make sure we're prepared. That's one thing that we have to do is come prepared every week and dot those, I's and cross those T's, so to speak, to make sure that you have everything kind of set and ready. And the other thing Shane and I learned is that Shane and I still are clowns that do it our way, and it works for us. We don't scream and yell. We don't get pissed at each other. We don't, he doesn't get down on me when I hit a wall twice at Kentucky, not once, twice, and I don't bark at him when I think he makes the wrong call on pit road, or we unload and it doesn't handle quite how I want. That doesn't stress us. That doesn't spaz us out. We learned that Shane and I are still me and Shane, and we're going to do it, the way we think it needs to be done, and we're going to stay patient and stay on each other's team. A lot of pressure comes on these guys, on the crew members, on the crew chiefs, on everybody, and a lot of people succumb to that pressure. And I think Shane and I both just, we just race because we race. And we'll do the same thing this round. We'll do the best we can every round. Don't try to change. Don't show up here thinking that, we haven't won a race all year and thinking that we're going to go beat Kyle Busch, and be the fastest race car out there. We've only been that maybe 1.5 times. So do what we do best, stay within ourselves, and grind out the good finishes and make the bad ones as good as they can. And if we do that, I like our chances to make it to Miami.
Next, Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, Performance Racing Network, and Kicking the Tires. Along with Lee's question there, you've had some fun with your teammates this year, obviously. Has there been any trash talking going on lately with you guys? With you being the more experienced driver in the team.
No, it's we have a great relationship. We have a lot of fun, between me and the boys. Me and the recent stuff with me and Brandon, and don't worry, there is payback. It will happen, and I will make sure everybody gets to see it. But it won't be anytime soon. because you have to let him stew on that for a while. Let him hear footsteps. You know, and I sincerely mean it. I think most of you guys, I mean, I've been up on stages before where I've said that I thought we sucked, you know, going back years. I mean, I normally tell the truth up here. I think that's one thing most guys know. I sincerely like the guys that I race with. I love Austin and Ty, have a great time with Brandon. You know, they're good people to begin with, and to me that's more important than the race car drivers. So we have fun. I try to, you know, teach them whenever they want something from me, they know that they can come get it. I am more experienced than you know they are as far as the years underneath my soles. So you know, whenever they need it, I'm always there to help if they want it. But I'm not there to push it on them and say, "Hey, come listen here, kid." We get along great, and when I'm there if they need me.
Any additional questions? Oh, Brendan? Oh, hold on. Kenny Bruce.
Hey, we always hear about when people talk about Cup drivers coming down and running in the Xfinity Series, that the Xfinity guys are like, oh, it's great to get to run against those guys for the experience and everything. Shouldn't they be getting that experience running against guys like you and Elliott?
Well, Elliott and I aren't in Cup anymore, are we? So, I mean, you know, no, I love racing. I don't care where it is, and I think I think fans get upset because media write, you know, that it should or shouldn't, and everybody loves to focus on this. I love racing. I do not want to race against the next best guy. I don't care if I'm back racing in the desert. When I go back racing in the desert, Justin Voss, Rob McCacken, Robbie Gordon, I want to race against them. I don't want to race against, you know, close to them. So, yeah, we're not in Sprint Cup. Understood. It does not mean that I don't want them here racing. It does not mean that I don't like them here racing. They're the best, and you know how you can tell? They come down here and they kick our asses. You know, so guess what? They're that good. Either step up and beat them, or quit whining that they're beating you. You know, I mean, they're beating you for a reason. And that's that. I like having them there. I don't think they take our money. I don't think they take our wins. I don't think they do all these terrible things that people love to say. And the best example of that to me was when the IRL was formed. The IRL was formed to give American open wheel drivers a place to race. That was one of the dumbest ideas. Hey, I'm just some kid that never made it, so I can say it was dumb. I thought that was. I wanted to race. You're telling me, hold on, Emerson Fittipaldi, and you know he's not an American, so the IRL wasn't for him. Come on, give me a break. I want to race against the best race car drivers. I don't want to race against the best subset of race car drivers. So when they're there, I love racing them. When you beat them, it feels even better. Ask Daniel Suarez how it felt to pass his boss on the last lap at Michigan and say, "Suck it." You know, I mean, and that's. I think that was awesome. You know, and so I mean that's what is even better when you do go beat Brad Keselowski on a last lap. When you do go beat Kyle Busch, you know, and hand it to him. That is awesome when you get to do it. It's even better. If they're not there, it's still great, but it's even better when they're there. So I don't have the problem that the media or the fans have about racing against Cup drivers.
Any additional questions? Anything more? Is there anything more to say, Brendan?
Love the way you said that.
Okay, good deal. Thanks for joining us today. Good luck this weekend.